But bottom line is every single day cold shower, every single day that quick 4 minutes of breath work, every single day 5 minutes of meditation, and writing down one thing that he's grateful for. The fancier stuff, the sound healing, a float tank, the hiking, that's once a month when he can.
Yeah.
But 5 minutes to breathe through your nose and sit still,
To change your day.
or 30 to 120 seconds to put cold water on your face, that's a fucking big deal. Or the 2 minutes it takes, the 1 minute it takes to write down one thing that you're grateful for, or forgive yourself for something, or forgive someone else.
Or let go of something that happened during the day.
Oh, the biggest gift you can give yourself.
Oh.
You hear people say, treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Get a cupcake and a bottle of wine, girl. You deserve it. Or you could fucking let go of some shit from your past and really treat yourself.
That's true.
Self-healing is the new flex. Write it down.
Ooh.
You heard it here first.
I like it.
Peace. Welcome back to the Bridge Podcast.
The Bridge.
I'm Sean Nixon.
John Matthew.
How you feeling today, man?
Things are heating up. It's getting
Things
warm.
are looking
literally.
up.
It's supposed to be 60 next
Well, it's
week.
warm in here because I'm all fired up.
We're all fired up, yeah.
But that's how fucking life is when you're passionate.
Yeah.
Living life on fire. So we got Bob.
B.O.B..
Bob saw the doctor. The doctor threw a whole bunch of pills at him because Big Pharma has corrupted the medical system, meaning it's no fault of the doctor. He's just doing his best, and he's a human being just like everyone else, but he doesn't have these healing tools. So we're here to empower people to be self-healing and take personal responsibility for themselves and their health and fitness and wellness. And we all need to be self-healers, and self-healing is a daily practice, okay? So Bob is aware of that, so he comes to us to get him off the pills, lower his inflammation, and be a healthy bad motherfucker to raise his kids properly, to be good people, and ascend ourselves into 5D New Earth as enlightened human beings, okay? So what we're going to do is Maria had kind of almost
You said it was
early
like
intermediate type of program where she was doing upper and lower 4 days a week. Fucking Joey Gabagool, the fucking jadrul that he is, fucking was doing a more pretty late intermediate, program where it was 6 days out of 8 push-pull legs kind of rotation. But Bob is not trying to be a bodybuilder. Bob's not trying to even look like anybody whatsoever. Bob's just trying to be healthy and functional and kick some ass. So he's only got 60 minutes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Therefore, we're doing full body beginner routine for Bob.
Yeah.
Bob's never lifted weights before, so everything he does is magical gains. And the way we're setting it up is day 1, day 2, day 3 with plenty of rest, meaning Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like I just said. And each day is going to have 2 pushing exercises, 1 horizontal, 1 vertical, 2 pulling exercises, 1 horizontal, 1 vertical, and 2 leg exercises alternating between knee and quad dominant, hip and hamstring dominant.
1 bilateral, 1 unilateral.
And 1 bilateral and 1 unilateral, meaning 2 legs and 1 leg individually. Okay? So, day 1, Monday, whatever you want to call it. All right? We're going to start with some squats. We're going to teach Bob how to goblet squat, and eventually he's going to work up to a fucking barbell back squat. 3 sets of 5, trying to add 5 pounds each week, no big deal. Linear progression, 3 sets of 5 barbell back squat after learning the pattern with a goblet squat. Then his unilateral movement for the day is lunges. We'll do walking lunges, isolates each leg, gets a nice stretch on the hip and quad, and gets him moving a little bit. Yeah. Exactly, a dynamic movement instead of a power movement. Okay, then let's go into some lat pull downs. 3 sets of 10 to 12 just to juice up the lats, get the scapula moving. Because then the next exercise is a bench press because Bob's going to do some horizontal pushing. Once again, 3 sets of 5. 1, 2, 3 reps would be if Bob's trying to be a power lifter. more than 5 reps, let's say, is if he's trying to fucking pump some either muscular endurance or hypertrophy.
Yeah.
So 5 is kind of the best of all worlds as far as a whole bunch of strength, because that's basically what we're building here is neuromuscular patterning and strength.
Yeah.
Any muscle he builds is a good accident, a good side effect.
It's a result.
It's a result.
A positive symptom.
Positive symptom. What we're doing is basic human movement patterns. And he's got the beatus, so it's going to increase insulin regulation and whatnot.
100%.
Then, so he's pulled vertically, he's pushed horizontally. So then let's pull horizontally with a dumbbell row. So once again, we got a unilateral dumbbell row to see if the left and the right are on the same page and moving his whole body together, bracing with the core. That's 3 sets of 10 to 12 because it's a pull. So we're going 10 to 12 reps. On the last exercise is a dumbbell shoulder press where he's going 3 sets of 8 to 10. So more repetitions on the pulling than the pushing because you have more muscles and bigger muscles on your back than the front. And we're using our front all day in the sagittal plane of just blowing your front shoulder out with the mouse pad, opening doors, pill popping and scrolling, fucking jerking off, whatever else Bob's doing. So we want a little bit more pulling to help his posture and whatnot. All right, so day 1, squats, lunges, pull downs, bench press, dumbbell row, shoulder press. All right. Day 2, Wednesday, we're going to go to the leg press. We already know the leg press, we're going to put Bob wherever he's comfortable, but if we have the feet positioned low and close-ish, it's going to cause more knee flexion, meaning biasing the quads. If they're higher on the platform and wider, it's going to be more hip flexion, therefore biasing the glutes and the hamstrings. So who cares? We'll go wherever Bob. We're not trying to isolate. We're playing around with it and switch it up. 3 sets of 10 there. Then his single leg instead of the lunges is going to be a split squat. Yes, there's a difference.
What?
Oh, big time. We ain't got time for that. But trust me on this. Lunges, let's just say for the record, we're going walking lunges, where a split squat, he'll have the rear foot elevated, so he's stationary, but it's very different movement. Then we might as well go for the pull downs again, but we'll do single arm this time. The single arm pull was horizontal for the dumbbell row on day 1. Now it's vertical with a cable on day 2, which sets us up for the vertical press, which is an overhead press. Your standard military shoulder press, 3 sets of 5. All right. Then we're going back to the next pull.
Upper back row.
Which is an upper back row. And here's the deal. When you're doing, say, a row that you want to bias lower and mid traps and the lats, the elbows are tucked into the side, okay? Because that is how the lat fibers come. As soon as the elbow gets behind the body and more importantly flared out, you're biasing the upper back muscles. Rhomboids, rear delts, mid traps, upper traps. So elbows out like a T, upper back, elbows tucked in, mid back and lats. So he's doing upper back row. Here's the deal, smaller muscles that are type 2 fibers there. So 3 sets of 10 to 15, 10 to 12, 12 to 15, higher reps for the upper back.
And there's no isolation exercise in here because we're doing full body. We're trying to get as much bang for buck here.
Well said.
And
full body compound movements.
Upper back row, traditional row. We're trying to get him, again, moving in multiple planes of direction with most strength, with the most ease, essentially, too, as well.
Efficiency. So then, instead of day 1 was bar for chest and dumbbell for shoulder, so we just unflipped it. We got day 2 is barbell standing military press and dumbbell chest press. Same thing, 3 sets of 8 to 10. Very simple template. You can take all this and make it for yourself. Day 3, Friday, we're starting off with the deadlift. Same 3 sets of 5 as the squats. Same 3 sets of 5 as the squats. But it's a hip hinge and it's a deadlift. Sometimes Bob does sumo. Sometimes Bob does conventional. Bob goes both ways. What are you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? Then we got step-ups. So his 3 single leg movements in the week, you got a lunge, which could be forward or backwards in walking, a split squat, which is stationary that you can elevate the front leg or the back leg, and a step-up where we're moving up. And now we're doing all kinds of...
Bob's not going to be wheezing going up the stairs.
Planes of motion.
Anymore, right?
And that's a win. That's a win. Okay, so deadlift step-ups. Then we'll go with an incline bench press, which is in between a shoulder press and a chest press. So we're getting those upper pecs Then what do we do?
Pull.
Oh, we're going to try to get Bob some pull-ups and chin-ups eventually. So this is going to be like an assisted chin-up. I don't really like the Gravitron machine all that much. I like a banded chin-up because you can progress the bands. Or if you have a super friend, he can kind of cross his legs and you can spot him a little bit.
Yeah, the machine versus the band. I mean, the band, nothing simulates a traditional pull-up or chin-up, but the band's much, much closer. I mean, a lot of people, most of the people I see in the gym who aren't formally trained in chin-ups or pull-ups will tuck their knees up, so they're really just doing like knee raises to pull themselves up with the machine.
And they don't even know it.
So when used appropriately, it can be effective.
Yeah.
But with a trainer like us, we're going to use a band.
Of course. And the most popular, if you Google how to, if I can't do a pull-up, how do I do one pull-up? They say jump to the top and eccentrically lower yourself down. That's hard.
It's hard for most people. Like if you have a step, you can get up an eccentric. That's different. But the whole jumping,
it sounds like something on paper that they did in like a laboratory setting.
I've done it with like young kids.
Of course,
the jump and the band. And there's drawbacks and benefits to both. You need some sort of stability to be able to do the band.
Drawbacks and pros and cons to everything.
Yeah.
But for Bob, we're going to use banded assisted chin-ups. Okay. Then he's going to go with just a little. So here's one kind of sort of isolation exercise. A little fluff and puff, some lateral raises.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's the only muscle we haven't really targeted.
Yeah, we've got rear delt, front delt on that shoulder. We haven't really gotten the mid delt.
Exactly. And then we're going to end with a nice chest-supported row. So many ways to do that. There's machines that have chest support. There's a seal row. There's just laying reverse on an incline bench with some dumbbells. Once again, elbows out, elbows tucked, elbows at a 45. They are different, but it doesn't matter for Bob. He's just getting horizontal pull. And chest support is nice because he's already deadlifted and it's the end of the week. So the chest support doesn't smoke your lower back.
Low back,
It's beautiful. So day 1, day 2, day 3, full body
routine. Yeah.
And he's hit everything. And Bob's loving life. All right. So we're going to go to Bob's diet. Bob is eating. At first, he's just eating healthy for weeks. Healthy. Lowering inflammation. So he's got no gluten, no dairy, because those are the standards. I'm going to give you the third standard that we forgot last time, that I forgot last time. But Bob also did some blood work and an food allergy test, and he can't eat legumes. So no beans, no lentils, no peanut butter for Bob, and that's okay. Because those things are just going to cause more gut inflammation, and let alone candida and fucking leaky gut, and we won't even go down that.
That's a whole episode.
So, but here's the next thing. When we were saying everybody should take a period of time and not eat dairy and gluten and see if you can digest it after 30 days and whatever, nobody on the planet should be eating in excess trans fats whatsoever. So those are always pro-inflammatory, and there's no controversy that those are bad for you. So like
it's unanimous across the board.
Yeah, I don't care.
Even the pro-fat people.
Exactly.
We can all agree.
Finally, something right we can agree upon.
That's what can unite the world.
The shit. Who eat fucking trannies.
Gonna run for president.
No trans fats.
I'm gonna run for president.
No trans fats. You'll be assassinated day 1 by McDonald's, dude. Are you kidding me?
Because
that's the thing. It's like, French fries are just potatoes. That's nice. Well, bake them or fucking fry them in duck fat or coconut oil or something that can withstand the heat. I'm just getting fancy in this motherfucker, dude.
Suet.
Well, I'm just saying it can stand up to it's an anti-inflammatory fat versus a pro-inflammatory fat. So seed oils and a bunch of nonsense, canola and fucking trans fats. Stay away from them, everyone. Specifically Bob, because he's trying to lower inflammation.
That's the primary goal.
Then, yes, thank you. Then, after a couple weeks go by and his eating healthy, we want to trim it up to see not exactly how many calories, an approximate caloric mark. For Maria, the exact calories and weighing and measuring is super necessary for a certain amount of time until she becomes aware of everything and can eyeball stuff, because she needs a legit caloric deficit to lose fat. Bob's just trying to be healthy, so it's approximately 2,500 calories.
Yeah.
Approximately that we've eyeballed, and he's never buying a food scale. He's just eating healthy.
Yeah, and again, just like muscle building, the fat loss that happened is a byproduct, a symptom of him getting healthier with this diet. So.
And so with fucking Joey Tiramisu and shit, he fucking Joey Cappuccino, he was trying to bulk. So he had low-ish to medium fats and super high carbs.
Yeah.
Okay? Maria we can play around with and whatever, but she definitely had higher protein. Point being is, for Bob's health, we're going 33% equal balance to proteins, carbs, and fats. He weighs approximately 200 pounds, so that's where we start with 200 grams of protein per day. We might as well match that in carbs because they're the same amount of caloric value, and he doesn't need too many, but he definitely doesn't want none.
Yeah.
And then we'll go with 100 fats. That's not low, but at least it completes our 33.
Yes,
And it's nice and balanced, and we're pumping healthy fats.
Yeah.
Because that's going to really shift that omega-3 to 6 to 9 ratio more towards anti-inflammation.
Yeah, because people think antioxidants, anti-inflammatory. People think like berries is the number one thing people think of with antioxidants, which is good. But there are like vitamin E, which is a fat-soluble vitamin, is also anti-inflammatory as well. Which is you don't think in your head fats are anti-inflammatory. Like they just don't get
many different types of fats.
But there's a lot.
It's a lot going on out there
Of stuff that can be really positive.
Good point. So that's his ratios, okay? Yeah. So meal one, a little breakfast action. We got Bob doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a little snack action, okay?
Snack
so 4 meals, essentially. Meal one, because Bob's got the beatus, in the morning, there's 2 times, basically, that your insulin sensitivity is heightened where you can play around with carbs. One will be before you break your fast of waking because you lose a little glycogen in your sleep, right? So it could be morning. And the second is after resistance training or extra high intensity exercise in general, right? So we're going to do the old Charles Poliquin meat and nut breakfast. So he's got plenty of carbs throughout the day, but we're kind of putting them most before and after workout, meaning a no-carb breakfast to keep that blood sugar stable while he's working in the morning, because he just doesn't need carbs. He's overweight, he's inflamed, and he has the beatus. So he gets carbs during his workout and no carbs in the morning. Yeah. Do you have to do that? No. Is it a technique that works? Hell yes. Yeah. That's all. You don't have to.
Yeah, carbs when it's most beneficial for you. Like, carbs aren't bad, right? That's like
drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad. So you wouldn't use appropriately, just like all things, except trans fat.
Yeah. Good point.
So, what we got from you?
So, breakfast, he's going 4 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, and you're like, bacon? That's not healthy fats. He's going to get the organic, pasture-raised, fucking uncured, no-nonsense bacon, and 20 almonds. 20 almonds is what, 150 fucking calories?
170, 100, yeah, around that range.
So it's nice. And that's where your vitamin E and fucking a lot of these healthy fats are coming from. So he's full and satiated because he gets plenty of protein, plenty of fats, and no carbs, so the blood sugar's not going crazy until the workout, which the workout is going to keep the blood sugar calm anyway. And next thing you know, we're fucking going to sleep on time with the blue blocker glasses, and we're feeling good. So, bacon, eggs, and nut, the meat and nut breakfast.
Meat and nuts.
You different kind of meat, different style of cooking eggs, different type of nuts each week to rotate.
Yeah.
So there's no allergies and no boredom. Okay. Meal 2, which is lunch, which also happens to be pre-workout, because this is a weird schedule because Bob's self-employed entrepreneur. So he basically sleeps in a little bit, eats breakfast, goes into the restaurant for prep work, has the afternoon off to do his self-healing, his walks, his breath work, his meditation, and most importantly, his workouts. So his lunch is his pre-workout meal is what I'm getting to. And this is a giant salad with grilled chicken. And I say giant salad because that's where you go fun with vegetables. 19 different colors, beets, radishes, get creative. Fermented vegetables, carrots, tomatoes. The only dressing you need is balsamic. You don't even need oil in this motherfucker. And some grilled chicken on there. Yep. Could be any type of lean meat, but the point is a lower fat. He had plenty of fats and high protein with breakfast, so we're going almost no fat. Whole shitload of fruits and vegetables for meal 2 is lunch. Yep. So it's a salad with balsamic, unlimited all kinds of colors of veg. Let's give them a rule. Minimum 4 colors in the salad. Can't be just green.
Yeah, I like that.
Or 3 minimum. So you could have like tomato, carrot, lettuce.
Yeah, including the green, you mean?
Yeah, including green, 3 minimum.
Yeah.
All right. And then some fruit. That's going to be his carbs. So he's got a whole shitload of vitamins and fibers and some protein.
Yep.
Then he goes to the gym, does his walk, his breath work, his meditation, because he has all afternoon off because he's working a little late at the restaurant. But His snack is his post-workout meal before he gets into the dinner rush. And his snack is a awesome little tuna salad that maybe he gets some, what's it called? Primal Kitchen Mark Sisson avocado oil mayo.
That's really good
And
stuff.
he uses 1 tablespoon and then some kind of Dijon mustard to make a creamy tuna salad. What can we put in there? Baby chopped up carrots and celery. Government tried to shut us down. We were talking too much truth.
Commercial break.
So that was a commercial break brought to you by our local NSA agent and FBI guy spying on us. So what I'm saying is, for the post-workout meal snack deal, he takes some wild-caught canned tuna, a tablespoon of avocado oil mayo.
Yep.
If he needs any extra moisture, he's using like a Dijon mustard, so it's not adding calories, but it's adding creaminess.
Like a little bit of like Greek yogurt in there.
Oh, look at this. We're adding protein with not too much calories. Okay, salt and pepper.
You said celery,
right? Some chopped up carrots and celery. What else you think?
I like putting in like a little dry cherries in there, just a little bit. You don't go overload.
Ooh, cranberries really nice.
Yeah.
Dried cherries is
nice.
That's like you ever see the Winnie the Pooh meme where he's sitting there?
Oh,
and it's like cranberries, but then he does the tuxedo and it's like dried cherries.
It's a big difference.
Big difference.
But it adds a little bit of enjoyment, a little bit of post-workout carbohydrates, a little bit of sugars that will digest and absorb quicker.
Love it.
And
then we're
gonna
win. Pair that with a sweet potato. So once again, before and after workout is the bulk and bolus of his carbohydrates, because we're using them for his workout and not letting it spill over and fuck up his beatus.
Yep.
And then he has that healthy fat of the sweet potato, and it's low fat, high protein, high carb meals around the workout.
Yeah.
Then his dinner, we're going back to a little bit more healthy fats, and he's rotating between a healthy fat meal. So a healthy fat meat meal, meaning like a grass-fed steak or a wild-caught salmon, half a cup of rice or potatoes. So it could be, salmon and rice, steak and potatoes, something like that. Once again, more unlimited roasted vegetables. And then his dessert, which I like a little sweet after every meal, even though I'm keeping it healthy, is he'll go yogurt and fruit. So maybe there was fermented vegetables in the first meal. Now you get the yogurt, which is going to help probiotics, and a couple of more fruits for meal 4 in the dinner time.
Yeah.
And Bob is kicking ass. So then the only thing to go over, like I said, is we're going no trans fats. And what I forgot to mention in the first one, as part of Bob's healing, is he's doing cold showers. Cold showers are going to cost you absolutely nothing. Faux free. Lowering inflammation, switching on parasympathetic nervous system, helping the whole fucking thing. And you're like, that's hard, that's scary, I don't want to do it. But guess what? If something's hard and something's scary, that's the exact thing you need to do.
Yeah.
Because it's a good thing. So here's how it goes. This is the work of Dr. Jack Kruse that I read 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Basically, humans have what's called a mammalian dive reflex, where you want to start the cold water on your face so your nervous system gets ready and you don't just jump your body in and go, and you panic and you hyperventilate. That's the exact opposite of what you want. You want to step your body away from the water and put the cold water on your face for, let's call it 30 seconds. Then you get your neck, armpits. Bob's going to soak his nuts in the cold water, get his back, spin around, and eventually get his whole body. 2 minutes would be nice, but you got to get the first 30 seconds on your face. And more importantly, if you start freaking out and hyperventilating, controlling your breathing.
So it's a double practice right
double
there.
Practice.
You get breath work and cold shock therapies. Going,
and mental discipline.
And mental discipline.
So guess what? Physical, mental, emotional. And then if you're conquering some demons, it's spiritual as well. I like just going right in and doing your best and trying to progress, but then you have like a progressive overload system of cold shower.
Because I got into that like after college when I started opening my mind to different ways of healing myself. And I used to do time, but time is relative. So I used to, the meme you sent earlier to me. But I use breath. So I would go in head first. Always, I didn't even know about the dive reflex, but it just kind of made sense naturally because of whatever is programmed in my brain. And then it would just take one full inhale, one full exhale, and then that's it. That's my
runway.
That's my first rep. I'm done. Right? It's just progressive overload. The next time, one inhale, one exhale. No other inhale, another exhale. That's two. That's two. And so what you're doing is also you're programming yourself to breathe correctly during it. Because if you're going it and you're just doing,
I need 2 minutes.
just for the sake of holding it, then
That's not helping.
unless you can have that mental discipline,
Sure.
but not everybody does. So there's no we're not rushing here, right? There's not like you're not trying to like faster is not always better, especially if it's going to kick you back and you're not going to do it anymore because it sucked. So just go 1, 2, and just keep progressing until you get to approximately how many breaths or 2 minutes it is, and it works.
That's what the
it
studies
works
show.
because I've gotten up to
major benefits.
I've gotten up to like 30 full breaths, which is quite a few minutes.
Skin, hair, immune system, recovery, sex drive, libido, inflammation. Cold shower is gold for free. And then what was that you sent me today where it was like if you're baking a cake and it says 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
It says 30 minutes at 400 degrees and you want to be an impatient motherfucker, so you put 800 degrees for 15 minutes because you think that math works out. You're just going to burn it. So the moral of the story is take your damn time.
Take your time. Take your time.
And it's going to be sustainable, delicious cake.
Oh, yeah. Do it right. And you get the better result. Then rush and burn your shit.
Don't burn your shit.
Don't burn your shit.
So then cold shower is super necessary for Bob every single day. Oh, third way of doing it would be contrast shower. What I was saying was do your full shower, however long it takes, then blast it cold to get your face in. Contrast is, we'll progress that as well. Start with 30 seconds hot, 30 seconds cold, 30 seconds hot, 30 seconds cold.
Yeah.
Eventually you get to a minute of each, 2 minutes of each.
Yeah, if you have the shower that can do that, because
Yeah.
we've all had those showers in
We
those
can't really
crappy
go back and
apartments
forth.
where it's like 5 minutes to get warm again. But yeah, no, that's actually the first way I learned how to do it in high
Contrast.
school.
Me
is
too.
Contrast.
I did contrast
Yeah.
for a long time. Now I
forget
just go
famous
cold.
guy on the internet, fitness guy was doing it, and I was like, oh, that looks like it works. I don't know who it was, but
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
you say you go 30 on, and then like,
To start, because like I said, the studies is like 90 to 120 seconds. So,
Yeah.
well, progressive overload that too. But the contrast is nice though, because then you're looking forward to the hot. But here's the kicker: you're supposed to end with
the cold. Yep.
so you don't get that final relief. But it's
not
what it is.
That's not what we're going for, though, right? We're going for the benefits. If I
long-term
want instantaneous
benefits.
pleasure,
There's
I'll eat a
plenty
cookie
of
and
things
jerk
for
off.
that.
You know, like that's what.
Don't jerk off on the cookie, but that's
Yeah.
exactly correct. Okay, so one other piece of homework for Bob is at the end of the day, he's gonna write in his journal, not a full Dear Diary, fucking 2 hours.
Dear diary, today Sean looked at me funny.
You know what I mean? I was triggered by fucking Sean's skin color and he's a fucking
Yeah.
white devil. No, Bob's gonna write down one thing that he's grateful for. All right, that's all. That's all. If he wants to say it out loud and breathe and think about it, that's great. But he writes it down. Doesn't type it. He physically writes one thing that he's grateful for. So then his other healing, like we mentioned, maybe breath work. He's doing his meditation practice before, after, during the gym. He's got his headspace on or any guided app.
Calm.
Yeah, exactly. We're just naming popular ones, even though we don't use those.
Yeah.
There's levels to this shit. Maybe Bob's going for some sound healing with Tibetan bowls, or just pulling up Spotify and
Yeah.
putting on some 528
Beats,
hertz
some
shit
beats.
and some binaural beats.
Beats for the beats.
Did I send you my
Your playlist.
Theta Waves playlist for binaural beats?
Maybe a long time ago.
I got a sick
got a good one?
playlist.
I gotta check it out.
Dude,
I just
you will
kinda-
be astro traveling in this motherfucker.
I have a couple different ones that I kind of go back and forth between, but
Yeah, I made a fucking sick.
but yeah,
playlist.
just send it to me. That's
And
it.
one is just fucking healing music. Some are bowls and some are wah, 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 wah,
Yeah,
wah.
I have the one ones are like
I like doing breath work and meditation on those.
yeah, because they're very like not abrasive is the wrong word, but they're like
Yes.
They're not meant to be
they're
like,
aggressive.
you're in a La La
But I
Land.
have a La La Land one that I put on in the morning that I come out of my
It
guided
eases you
meditation
out.
with, and it eases me into this dimension a little more.
Yeah.
And it starts me instead of the fucking depression rage in the morning. I
Oh,
blunt
yeah.
it with sound vibration. So if you don't think sound healing is real, but you've listened to music and it's caused you an emotion, good or bad, or fired you up and made you cry.
If you watched a movie without the
If
sound,
you've ever watched a movie and you felt a certain way because of the way the music is, then you understand.
the majority of it's
sound healing is a real thing.
always music, you know, right?
Of course.
It guides the whole, ties everything together. And
Ties the room
it's
together,
energy, right? It's a sound wave is a wave. Your body is vibrating. Sound waves vibrate. Light vibrates. It's all vibrations. So it's not woo-woo nonsense. That's just like legit science.
The most legit science there is. Have you ever heard of E equals MC squared?
Who said that?
Energy. A guy that they said was bad at science class.
Yeah, did they? That's great.
Okay. Energy equals matter. Okay? Energy and matter are on the same vibration. There's just different densities. Okay?
Like this is a basic. This is you learn this in high school science. Solids are just more condensely packed atoms, pieces of matter, building blocks of matter. Water and gas are also less densely packed, and they're all vibrating. They're all shaking. Your body's shaking right now. You just don't even know it.
We are all vibration.
Kind of like a car wheel to car rim. Goes fast enough, it doesn't look like it's moving, right?
Oh, shit.
Like that's
Perception. I love it. So Bob's going to do some sound healing. We already know every other weekend he gets the kids, and he's going to take them hiking and fishing and get out into nature. But bottom line is every single day cold shower, every single day that quick 4 minutes of breath work, every single day 5 minutes of meditation, and writing down one thing that he's grateful for. The fancier stuff, the sound healing, the float tank, the hiking, that's once a month when he can.
yeah.
But 5 minutes to breathe through your nose and sit still,
To change your day.
or 30 to 120 seconds to put cold water on your face, that's a fucking big deal. Or the 2 minutes it takes, the 1 minute it takes to write down one thing that you're grateful for, or forgive yourself for something, or forgive someone else.
So let go of something that happened during the day.
Oh, the biggest gift you can give yourself. You hear people say, treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Get a cupcake and a bottle of wine, girl. You deserve it. Or you could fucking let go of some shit from your past and really treat yourself.
That's a treat.
Self-healing is the new flex. Write it down.
Ooh.
You heard it here first.
I like it.
Peace.